revolution is here. New Money Dynasty. Let's get it.
What's up, Cousin Miriam, executive producer, Azariah Malone, Cartagena. We gotta do it. Rest in peace, Humpty Hump, aka Shock G. This show's The Daily Show. It's a hip hop show. We talk about real shit, but we gotta pay homage and show love to the brothers that opened the doors for us. And I remember before I even thought about rapping, growing up at Forest Projects, I would watch Video Music Box and see the Humpty Hump doing his thing. And God bless him, his family, everybody in the Bay Area. He put it down. Fred the Godson, I cannot believe it's been a year since Fred the Godson has passed away. Fred the Godson, one of my best friends, my little brother, one of the nicest on the mic ever. Today I got caught up watching Fred freestyles. Shit that's just too incredible. The guy was too lyrical, too nice. He died at the beginning of the COVID. And so, rest in peace, Fred the Godson, as well as happy birthday, Tony Sunshine, who's my brother, my little brother. You know, Tony seen so much out his window on the rooftop of his building. He's seen a lot of white van talk, a lot of white van talk. And so, you know, it's only right, man. You know, me, I try to be very careful, you know, about showing love and showing respect and also not clout chase. Because sometimes it gets me mad, man. I remember, rest in peace, when the young kid Junior got killed up in the Bronx savagely. And I watched everybody run over there and act like whatever. And to me, I was just like looking back, like, yo, they really clout chasing this shit. And so nowadays, you can mistake homage for clout chasing. You know, it's a sad world where social media has gone to, where you could mistake clout chasing for paying homage, and vice versa. And so, you know, it's really ill. Today I got somebody I really like, artist, somebody who's put it down for hip hop, somebody who's is a really good friend of mine, man. And I think we can learn a lot from him. There's a Max B interview I did earlier today that I'm going to post up sometime next week. We just keep getting bigger and bigger. So Max B, Big Avell, and me did the one-on-one Joker moments. And that was exciting. And you know, that's the man, that's the wave god. You already know what that is. And so, yeah, man, you know, the world's crazy. Hip-hop is crazier. We lost X, we lost Rob, and now Shock G. They always say in threes. And it's just really, really, really tough times if you're a true hip-hop fan. You know, all these three men put it down for hip-hop. And we're going to always uplift their memory and their legacies. You know, my brother Fred the Godson never got to where he was supposed to. And he was better than everybody. And I told everybody that. Big L, while he was alive, he never got to where he was supposed to be. And it's just a crazy time, man. And it's just letting you know that the world is bugged out. And, you know, they went with Papa Dio. You know what I'm saying? And if you believe in God like me, you just believe that it's sad as hell, but their time has come. Wild Cherry Pepsi, you are on your job. Shout out to Puzzle Voice. That's my brother. His daughter's autistic. He fights for the autistic and the stigma of that. I went on live with him today with my son Joey. Joey don't do interviews like that, but he came on for my brother, and we was walking in place for him. And so just today I was thinking about a great deal. My guest is gonna come on a little later, but just thinking about life in general and you know, it shit really bugged out. You know what I mean? Like I told you yesterday, life is, we on borrowed time and everybody's gonna die. And what I meant to tell you yesterday was, when somebody dies like Humpty Hump or DMX, a piece of us dies. And we're sad for them, their family, everything in the world, but at the same time, you go, wow. DMX really died. Black Rob really died. Humpty Hump really died. And so, a piece of you died. Because you remember all the times you had good times to their music and stuff like that. And so, and that's what it is. And so I stood up, tomorrow's the funeral for DMX. I stood in New York for like a week and 4 days trying to go to the funeral. Came back, hello there, came back down to here because they're doing a big Behind the Music. And Behind the Music is coming back and they doing like J-Lo, Bono, U2, some big shit, and Fat Joe, don't ask me. But it'll be the first interview my mom's has ever made, or anybody has ever made. So I had to come back. They got to COVID test you to get around these people and all that. So I tried to stay up as much as I could to go to the funeral, but I couldn't, man. And my prayers and my thoughts is with X's family, the whole Yonkers, Swiss, the Locks, Rough Riders, D and Y. You know, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people, man. And I wish him the best. Ted Smooth, what's up, my brother? Our guest is coming on at 8:30, so we're going to go on a little bit later, Ted. But stay tuned and stay focused. Shout out to Ted Smooth's daughter, Todd. Tomorrow, I'll be going to Orlando, Florida.
Woo.
Edgar Berlanga, 16-0. 16 knockouts in the first round. The man will punch a hole through your head. And you see me go dumb and act stupid all the time. And so, I would walk my little brother in the ring. And boy, it should be exciting. And so people tell me, yo, Joe, man, and good people. Actually, my brother Tracy Morgan told me this too. He was like, Joe, you know, he said, hey, Joe, you know, I'd rather him fight more than just knock people out first round. And I'm like, you know what? There's going to come a day where he's going to be beating on somebody and they don't go down. And then he's going to fight the fight. And so Edgar always trains for a whole 12 rounds or 10 rounds. He's in the camp for real, doing his thing. But I'm not mad at this man knocking people through the ropes in the first round. And people could say what they want. Oh, check this out. He got to fight bigger guys. He got to... Yo, bro. Everybody fought everybody. Everybody fought everybody. And they wasn't able to knock out 16 people in a row. And so this man, he's very serious. He's very, very serious. And he will be knocking people out. And so you say what you want, or this or that, or who's going to go. Hey, man, he's working his way up, man. It's a young boy who punches holes in your head. And the thing with boxing is it's hard, man, because people act like they talk that shit, they diss the other fighter, but then you got to go in the ring. It's no crew, it's no entourage. It's you and the other guy, and then may the best man win, and that's a serious thing. You know, I actually give credit to somebody. Could you imagine if you're a boxer, no matter how tough you think you are, you going in the ring with a young man that has knocked out 16 people in a row in the first round? It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard to walk up in there with a guy who knocked out 16 in a row. I mean, people were walking in there with Mike Tyson, and they was getting knocked out. And so, shout out to Edgar Berlanga. Yeah, it's unheard of. You know, it's unheard of. And so it goes down tomorrow. Y'all tune in. I want to find where they showing it at, as. And so Azzy, my daughter, has been a very big supporter of Edgar Berlanga. And she told me, I don't care. I'm going to sneak in the back tire. I'm going with y'all. And so it's me and Tio Rich and her. And we're going to go up there to Orlando. And we're going to see this fight. And then we're going to drive right back. Because you got a lot of business to do down here. It's on ESPN. Great, great. At Edgar Berlanga, see if he wants to come on.
Invite him.
Huh?
Invite him.
Yeah, I don't know how to invite him, but how do we know he's on?
You can invite him even if he's
I guess show him how to invite. Show me how to invite him. That's why you get the big bucks. And believe me, you get the big bucks. Yeah, because, you know, it's really weird that, randomly.
It like DMs them or something.
We'd be like, girl, I don't want you in a live stream.
Yeah, you know, everybody has their time. Somebody said, yo, get him to fight Floyd. You know, Floyd retired. And Floyd, you know, Money Mayweather, man, that's the champ. You know, he had his time. We all have had our time. Athletes, they go a little faster than artists because it's based on, you know, their body and what they're able to do. You know, Father Time always comes in. But, you know, nobody could fuck with Floyd Mayweather at his prime, at his everything. They still can't fuck with him now. But, you know, for me, I never want to see him lose. So, yeah, Canelo's his weight class. He's going to work his way up. I mean, he's ready to fight him now. People tell me I'm crazy. Listen. He's going to fight some more. Eventually, he's going to have to fight Canelo, and we'll see what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if you guys, right? Let's just talk some regular shit, man, because I don't know if you guys, right? You know what bugs me out is when what makes people go crazy, right? And so I find myself, whether I'm in New York, Miami, wherever I'm at, I always spot these people who talk to themselves and they having full-fledged conversations with themselves. It bugs me out because I'm like, yo, what made this person? What was the tragic event? Was it a family member died? Was it a wife or husband cheating? What would get somebody to talk to themselves? I don't think poverty makes people crazy. No, sir. No, sir. It can make you stressed, very stressed, but it don't make you crazy. There's rich people. There's studies of school teachers and fucking psych. What you call them? What you call the guys in the college? Not doctors, professors going crazy and shit like that. So and it's crazy because trauma not addressed. God damn. I need to address my trauma then. Because, yo, this is the scary shit in the world. And, I used to have, not used to have, one of my best friends, yeah, he is. One of my best friends had an uncle that was schizophrenia or something, and we would always go and visit him. And that once a week we would go, bring him a little couple of dollars and a sandwich. And he wouldn't look at us for nothing. He wouldn't look at us. And we'd talk to him, and my brother would talk to him. He's not here no more. He'd be like this. But I never told my brother because he never looked at me. I never told my man. Every time before we got in the car, I would look back and he would look at us and look at his he would look. So at least somewhere in his mind he would say, damn, I got one family member who cares about me. And when I asked, my man, I was like, yo, why? He was like, yo, he was a school teacher. His wife cheated on him with another school teacher. He just lost it. I'm like, damn, like, and this man, and it's crazy because these are good people. So if you ever wanted to know what bugs Fat Joe out, is watching these people talking to themselves is crazy. Edgar Balanga. And I know this wasn't scheduled, Edgar, but I was talking shit about you. And I said, it's a tradition to have you on here the night before the fight. Edgar, you're 16-0, 16 knockouts first round. ¿Qué pasa, papi?
Yo. I see you.
I love that, man, when I see your father with you. ¿Qué pasa, papi?
Oh, bien. Sorry.
Ya tú sabes, yo voy para allá mañana.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? Hey, yo, Edgar.
What the deal, nephew?
Yo, what's up, baby? Yo, Edgar, 16-0, 16 knockouts first round. What do you do to prepare for this fight right here? Be honest with us. Are you thinking straight knockout first round, or you just whatever comes to you comes to you?
Yeah, whatever comes. Like we, for this camp we just prepare very well. I brought in my nutritionist. I brought the Perfecta athletes to come in. Physical therapists as well. We changed it up just a little bit. We got out of New York, finished camp out here in Florida. Because the competition stepped up, so we got to step up. But nothing different. Everything's the same, man. Just working on elevating myself and taking myself to another level. Like I said, the opponent's gonna get tougher, so we gotta work different, and work smarter and better. And this fight, man, tomorrow night is gonna be fireworks, man. I'm looking to hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to talk you out of your greatness, but what happens if you punch a guy and he doesn't go down? So the talk behind your back, even with our friends, our brother Tracy Morgan and everybody, they all say, what's going to happen when Edgar punches a guy and the guy doesn't go down?
Then I'm going to keep punching him until he goes down. There's not more to it. If I hit him one time, I'm not gonna pull back. I'm gonna keep. I hit you with a right hand, or I hit you with a good shot, and it lands. All right, let's see if you can take 10 more of those.
Yo, Edgar, man, we so excited. My daughter, yo, you gotta find her. She wants a ticket up a deck. We only got 2 tickets. She's coming. She said, Dad, I will sneak in the trunk, but I'm driving up there, which I can't talk her out of it, Edgar. There are people who say, yo, there's 2 tickets. It's me and Rich. We got our daughter, but she's a Malanga fan. I swear to God, she has never went nowhere alone with me. And she's like, yo, I'm going in the Tiger, Dad, in the Tire. I'm going in the trunk. I'm going to see this fight.
Now we're gonna make it happen, Joe. You heard? We definitely gonna make it happen. I already spoke to the people.
Brother, what's it like, man, to know that the youth, everybody's behind you, everybody's hyped for you, everybody, you know, even Puerto Rico's excited, everybody's tuned in, and they're loving what you're doing, man. What's that like?
It's a good feeling, you know. I already knew all of this was coming, you know. It was just a matter of time of it actually being here, you know, and it's here now. And you know, I spoke with Andre Ward, you know, a couple of the champions, and they asked me the same question of how I'm taking it. And it's just taking it how it comes. You know, if you want something and you get it, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted this to come, so I know that I had to prepare my mind for everything that's to come. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not, and I think of the worst situations that could happen, you know, so that way I don't fall into a trap where I'm just thinking everything is all flowers. You know, but you know, I love it. I love the attention. I love the camera. I love where I'm going and what I'm about to do. You know, tomorrow night is just a stepping stone to continue myself into greatness.
Can you make me a promise? Just one promise,
yeah.
Right? Cause you ain't do it the last fight. If you knock the guy out, can you jump on the ropes and say, I'm a fucking monster?
Now I already said that it was gonna happen. You know, we're gonna have 8,000 people in the arena, so it's gonna be crazy, man. Just with the energy alone, you know. So when it does happen, best believe I'm jumping on that rope and I'm going crazy.
Yeah, man, we excited for you, man. I'm coming up there. I wouldn't miss it for nothing in the world. I know you got your moms with you. You got your pops with you. Do we have the 36 uncles in the crowd tomorrow?
Oh, most definitely, man. You know, all the uncles gonna be there.
Yo, tío, yo no quiero problema. Yo soy amigo de familia. Yo,
socio.
Yo, I look at your pop. Yo, they want to beat me down. Yo, I'm his uncle. You not, yo, papi, I don't want no beef. No quiero be feo contigo. Yo, tell me something about the guy fighting you, because we always talk about you. We never talk about the guy fighting you. Does he have a good record?
Yeah.
Is he a great fighter? Is he being respectful, or is he trying to piss you off?
You know, the last fighter was pissing me off, but you know, with him, you know, he got 23 wins, you know, 3 losses, and he's been in there with tough competitors, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't really say too much, you know, probably talking, you know, and I heard a little things, you know, but when it came face to face, you know, it was regular shit. But you know, we keep it, you know, how it is, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause at the end of the day, you got to jump in there with me. So that's my phrase is, you got to be in there with me. You have to jump in there with me at the end of the day. So it shouldn't be no talking, you know, because at the end of the day, you got to let the hands do the talking.
and do you spar with fight? Do you watch? Are you at the point? Because I know when we always watch these championship fights, we see the fighters studying tape. Do you watch tape of the other fighters? Yeah,
you know, I watched a couple tape, but then, you know, I let my pops watch. I let the coach watch, you know, and then we come up with a game plan on what we're gonna do to execute that night. You know, so we got a game plan for tomorrow, man, that we gonna actually, you know, follow, and for me to actually utilize it, you know, and I know it's gonna be crazy tomorrow, man. You know, I can't wait to show out. You know, the fans, Puerto Rico gonna be out there, man. So
who else? Let me ask you something. Who else is on the fight? Because I'm driving all the way to Orlando to be with you. Do I have permission to watch the rest of the fights? Because, you know, after Berlanga fights, Fat Joe walks out the stadium.
Yeah, you know, right now, look, I got one of the other young fighters right here, Xander Zayas.
Yo, what's up, Bobby?
Man, I'm ready. I'm ready to put on the show. We ready to put on the
But,
show.
Hector, do I have permission to stick around and watch the other fights?
Yeah,
you know,
he's fighting before me. He's fighting before me.
Also, maybe.
But
Yo, Hector, you crazy? You crazy? I'm gonna be there early, man. I'll be there early.
Yo, Joe, but listen, man, this kid right here, 18 years old. What are you?
7-0.
7-0. You know, he's another rising star from Puerto Rico, man. You know, very humble, man. He got a good
¿Cómo
family,
te
good
llama,
father.
papi?
Say it again.
¿Cómo te llama, papi?
Sander Sayas.
¿De qué parte de Puerto Rico?
De San Juan, Puerto Rico.
San Juan.
Sí.
Sí, mi familia empezaron en Puerto Tierra, pero ahora viven en Guanabo.
De ahí yo soy de Santurce, and then I moved here when I was 11 years old to Florida.
O sea, tú estás en Orlando.
What was that?
Tú vives en Orlando.
No, I live in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, you live near me. You live
Yes,
near
sir.
me. That's
Yes,
cool.
sir.
I'm gonna be cheering for you. ¿Cómo te llama?
Sander Sayas.
Sander Sayas?
Yeah.
God damn, Bobby.
Alexander.
Damn, Bobby. That sounds like a bank. Un nombre de un banco. Sander Sayas.
Yo, he's crazy.
Ok, suerte, mi hermano. Lo vemos mañana.
Gracias, brother. Gracias. Yo, bro. Thank you.
Mucho respeto.
He's
Yeah,
another, you know,
man,
he's
let me
playing.
tell you, Bushwick, Brooklyn is on the check-in. The Lower East Side Casa Adela is on the check-in. Anything you got to tell them? What time could they find the fight tomorrow?
Tomorrow night I'm gonna be fighting on ESPN at 10 p.m. Or you could tune in at 9:30. But from 9:30 to 10 I'm gonna be on ESPN Eastern Time. So you already know 7 p.m. Pacific Time. And it's just that, you know, I'm co-main event, man, and I'm looking to show out like I always do and perform, man.
You know my brother Pat Poose, man. He's a
Pat
big
Poose
fan
on the
as well. He
check-in.
said first round knockout.
Yeah.
He's in the
You know that?
comments. He said, "Oh yeah, TS boy, huh,
It's lit.
I'm gonna bring the big one out tomorrow. It ain't the mothership, but it's close to it.
Yeah.
But I'm there. My brother, I love you, man. Get some rest tonight. ¿Qué pasa, papi?
Mandamos a hacer una también.
Oye, papi, nos vemos mañana.
A todo.
Y estoy aquí al lado de ti, ¿ok?
Dale. I love you,
Te
man.
quiero
Thank you
mucho.
for everything.
I love you, Edgar. I'll see you tomorrow, my brother.
All right.
God's willing. Peace. That's it. ESPN, you heard it first. I don't want to hype the shit up. I don't want to hype it up, but you know what he does. You know, you don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. Please don't get mad at me. But you know what that guy does. I wish Duran, and Duran's a legendary fighter. Legend. But I wish he didn't have the nickname Mano de Piedra, because that's what I would call Edgar Berlanga. Mano de Piedra. And then you don't think that you're going to get knocked out till you get knocked out. And so the last guy he fought, he was pretty tough. And he was talking a lot. And then he was trying to fight. And I seen Edgar catch him like boom on the top. Edgar do some shit to you that when you feel that shit, you say, I want to go down. I don't want to fight no more. You know, I see a video one time many years ago. There was two fighters walked in the ring. The bell rang, the guy got out the ropes and walked the fuck out. I wouldn't be surprised if that don't happen one day to somebody who fights Edgar Berlanga. Hands off stone. It don't matter. You ain't fight nobody yet. You ain't fight nobody yet. And when is he going to fight somebody? Because everybody we call great was just busting everybody's ass they put in front of them. I know that no other fighter before him who fought 16 nobodies ain't knocked him out in the first round. Do the math. Do the math. Any one of your dopest fighters ain't fight 16 guys, nobodies in a row, and knock them out in the first round. Come on, bro. You always try to discourage greatness. You always try to talk us out our blessings. You always try to say we ain't doing. No, we doing phenomenal shit. He's doing phenomenal shit. Fuck out of here. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, because I'm not going for that. Now it's the fan Fat Joe. It's not Fat Joe, the show host, you know, the interview guy. This is the fan Fat Joe. Don't get me involved. When it's a fan Fat Joe, there's a problem. Because I will rep the person I'm a fan of. I've been watching boxing too since the 70s. What are you telling me? I've been watching it too. But I want to know, my brother, is who else, since you've been watching so long, tell me who else has knocked out 16 people in the first round. Be honest. Who else? That's all I know. This shit is impressive to me. And a win is a win. A win is a win. But when you see a Berlanga fight, you know it's explosive. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be explosive. Yeah, he is special. Nobody else. I mean, so you tell me. I mean, it's so easy to be a fan. Even me, I'm a fat bastard. I watch basketball every night. I complain about every player. But imagine if I was jumping up and down, falling on the wood, bumping into Cop Diesel 7-footers. This, you know, us fans, we got a lot of shit to say when we can't do shit ourselves. Yeah, exactly. Anyone placing bets? Let me know. And let me tell you something. Canelo is a real champ. But he couldn't touch Floyd. Not even a jab. Not even a jab. I don't think he hit him with a jab. No disrespect. I watched that fight. Did you watch Canelo, Floyd Mayweather? Not a jab. Ryan Garcia, I like him. I'm a fan of his. He should have fought Gervonta. I don't know now, Papito. I don't know. I don't know now, Papito. You know, you fight the fight. You don't back out of this. This is mano a mano. This is mano a mano, Papito. You know, you say we're going to fight, we fight. Bro, all I can do is tell you the truth. No, crack is not on crack. I'm telling you the truth. I hear you. I'm trying to get it through. You see it? Let me try again. Even your man, Jake Paul, you say what you want. He's a regular guy. He's training, knocking dudes out. Jake Paul is knocking people out. I'm not going to say nothing. Chavez is a great fighter. He's one of the greatest of all times. We're not having an argument about who's the greatest of all time. There's nothing we could do. You know, what do you want me to do? Julio Cesar Chavez is a living legend. What, you want me to lie to you or something? You want to talk Muhammad Ali, this one, that one? So many great fighters. He might be the greatest ever, yes. Real Tarzan, what's up, my brother?
That's what it is. You ain't having connected.
Yo,
what's up, my brother?
Yo, man, let me ask you something, True. Welcome to the show.
on, Brody.
Sorry it took long enough to get you here.
It's all love.
My mistake. My bad. I realized today, for the first time in my life, I wasn't even following the one and only True Life. Now I follow you.
All love.
I'm sorry for the disrespect.
Nah. You ain't gotta apologize. It's all love, man. It ain't nothing. What's up, brother?
You know, True, I had the young brother on, Edgar Balanga. You know he's from the Lower East Side.
Okay.
Do you know about his boxing skills? Have you seen him fight yet?
I actually do. It was like some people were telling me he was from the lower, and some people telling me he was from Brooklyn. So
He's from both. I think one of his parents is from the Lower East Side, and one of his parents is from Brooklyn. I think his mother's Lower East Side because I met her with him at the Casa Adela.
Nice.
Puerto Rican spot.
And he nice though. He got hands. He definitely got hands. I like the kid, man. Shout out to him, man.
That boy punching holes through dude's face like he's.
That's on the ground so far, man. I like what he doing out there. He repping.
Yo, True, let me ask you a question, right?
He kind of
So
look like
get up.
niggas. Keep it 100 with you.
What happened?
Kind of look like me with these rap niggas, you heard? He reminds
Yo,
me of
True.
me, man, a couple years ago out here, man.
Yo, True, let me ask you a question, man. You know, because I want to get almost in the psyche of it. You get hot. Shout out to all your brothers. Beautiful guys. All my friends have hung out with them a million times.
100.
You get hot. Then you get in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
What exactly you did the time for, True?
I got convicted of gang assault. You know what I mean? That's really what I copped out to. I copped out to gang assault. But gang assault is when a crime is aided by 3 people. 3 people have to commit a crime for it to be gang assault. It's really something that they did. They created the law like for the Bloods in New York City. But then, you know, the judge started to read off and noticed that in the law, it didn't really say that you really had to be a gang member. It just had to be 3 people active in a fight, pretty much, and then you get a gang assault. So that's their way of like giving you more time and go off of an assault is adding a gang assault charge. They charged me with murder. I got charged with murder, pretty much. But I didn't do it. They knew I didn't do it the whole way, pretty much. But I ended up copping out to the gang assault because I didn't go to trial because my brother couldn't go to trial. Because obviously, you know, it was a tough situation that, you know, that involved my family. You know, one of my brothers, you know, assaulted someone and it led to someone, you know, passed away, and I was there. And even though I didn't do anything, I was True Life, and, you know, I had the gangster reputation, and the fact that I used to run with Jay-Z and ride shotgun with Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z's protege, they used me to attack Jay as well. They like to attack his credibility in the game. I guess they were scared of seeing him having lunch with the mayor and breakfast with the president and that nature and doing the moves that he makes, and they kind of shoot at him in a way. And I was like the guinea pig. They wanted to pretty much fry me and make an example to the rap game of kids who have like an image like mine, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted to put me away, and they didn't care if I was guilty. They just wanted to get me away. And they couldn't put me away because I wasn't away for life anyway, because I wasn't guilty. So when they couldn't get me away, and the fact they knew that if I go to trial, they used that to get me to, they used my brother to get me to cop out to the gang assault charge, which I never assault anyone. I never laid my hand on anyone. The whole thing was on videotape. Had my back turned when the whole thing happened. Didn't even see the kid who passed away get assaulted. I never even saw him get assaulted. The whole situation was on camera. But the fact that they wanted me so much, they was willing to give my brother a deal and give my brother 10 years. At first, it didn't start with 10 because they really just wanted to, you know, give me crazy football numbers. But I played hardball to the day when we were going to start trial, and we got it down. And my brother take the chance and go to trial, and he may end up getting life in prison for a crime that he's on camera that he may have committed, and you know, is not so, doesn't have the same chances I have of going home. So I had to make a decision. If I let my brother go on trial and they never see my brother again in my life, you know, besides going to visit him at the dance store, or do I take 8 years for a crime I didn't do, knowing I'm innocent, they knowing I'm innocent, and take 8 years and know that my brother comes home in 10 years guaranteed because he gets a 10 flat. So that was the choice. It was a tough choice to make. That's the choice I made, man. I took 8 years.
If I was you, I would have made the same choice. I know everybody can say what they wanted, but I get it. I get it. You want to make sure your brother ain't get fried. If you could bring the phone a little closer to you, because your voice is popping in and out.
Okay, my bad.
And so true. This is what I want to ask you. You go to jail.
Yeah.
Your image out here was you was doing a lot. Doing a lot, and I knew you for being a cool dude, but you had beef with other rappers. Your image was just crazy. So now with that image, you go in jail to do real time. So your charge got you in behind the wall, right? Not in a camp, not in that, like you did real time with guys who's never coming home from jail.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I was in the same cell as Tupac for a long time. I stayed in the same exact cell. My cellie, but it ain't cellies because I say cellie, but like my neighbor. Pretty much my neighbor was Joseph Farmer, who was accused of killing Yusef Hawkins. He's been down since 1989. I used to work out with Fat Cat. Shout out to Fat Cat. And, you know, he's just actually a solid dude. He just got hit at the parole board again. He's been down since 1984. So most guys I was around definitely has been down since the 80s, got natural life. Like, you know, rest in peace. I'll say rest in peace because he's passed away. But, you know, not like I'm bigging him up. But I was also with the kid who had burnt down that club and killed all them people in the Bronx. What was that?
Happy Land.
Yeah, the Happy Land case and all that. Like, it was those kind of people stuck from the 80s. Like,
yeah, you was with some real dudes.
Yeah,
like
pretty
some
much.
really dudes. And what I worried about, not worrying, but with, you know, because I love you, bro. Your brothers, all of them.
Appreciate you. We got nothing but love for you too, bro.
Nah, I just keep it 1,000. And so what I worried was, you're not just going in there as True from the Lower East Side. You're going in there as True Life.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, people think you're down with Jay-Z, you rich. Immediately, that's extortion. Immediate, you're a handsome guy. Oh, you talking major shit out here. So when you walk in there, it's a different environment than a regular guy walking in there. You got to prove to them that you're a real dude. You got to, so was that on your mind when you was taking the bus up there?
Definitely, but it was more like I say, like I dealt with that, you know, through my whole bid. But you know, when I was in the first 3 years of my bid, I was in regular population. So they had me in all the buildings in Rikers Island, the 3 building, you know, where everybody who's facing life. So everybody got like, you know, everybody's facing the time, and that's when people are like at their rowdiest because everybody's like, you know, everybody's on edge.
Everybody's snappy. Everybody's on the edge.
Everybody's on edge, and you know, Rikers Island definitely was, you know, it was lit pretty much, where, you know, it's violence everywhere. But, you know, somehow, man, God just protected me everywhere I went, man. It was like, my man used to tell me, like, you know, one time this dude told me, because it was crazy, because I ended up in the building. I was in the 3 building, and right next door, I was with the kid who passed away. His brother was locked up in the next house. So everyone used to talk in the whole building. They used to talk and say how, like, you know, pretty much he was going to get at me. Like, it was lit. So the whole building kind of knew about it. And
oh, so the kid you went up there for, his brother was in there already?
It was almost like the movie Bad Boys. Remember the original Bad Boys? The original Bad Boys? That's
with Sean Penn.
So it was like, you know, when I used to have to go to chow, pretty much it was mandatory chow in the 3 buildings. So your house would go, you would go with other houses. So every time I would go to chow, it would be like his house just had left. I would miss him by a second. I would go to the barber shop. Either I just came in, he just came out, and they used to just, like, in the whole jail knew about it. The whole Rikers Island, like the whole
jail was waiting to see, yo, when he waiting to see us go brother. Gun, let's see how this gonna pop off.
Pretty much, yes. Everybody was like, you know, like, okay, we gonna see if True Life really about that life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he running around with a strap, so now I got to run around with a big strap. And you know, pretty much I was waiting to just see him every single day. When I would go to chow, it was that type of time. It wasn't even going to eat. It was going to pretty much go get busy and go gun to gun with somebody. But somehow God just had his hand on me, and he didn't allow it to happen. It was like, I would miss him by, like, they was like, yo, bro, I don't even understand, man. Like, God loves you in a different way, man. Because, like, I'm talking about, like, you will walk right out and he will walk in, or vice versa. You know, so it's situations like that where God had his hand on me, and then it'd be other times where it'd be like, I'll pull up and it'd be like, yo, True, be on point, you know, in this house. They gonna try to holler at you, like you got some ops in there, like they talking crazy, like you got some bloods in there that, you know, want to get at you. And then, you know, I would walk in the house and I'd be like, what up? I'm here. Well, you know, what we doing? What type of time we on? And then, I don't know, like God just, when God is with you, man, God is with you. And I ain't the toughest nigga, but, you know, I'm a little skinny nigga, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been a big nigga, but, you know, I would come in there, put my nuts on the table pretty much and let it be known. I'm in the building. What we doing, man? What's up?
You
And
know,
it would
I
be
was
nothing,
thinking
man.
when you went up north, there's a lot of living legends from the Lower East Side. You know, the way I pictured it was like you going up north and it's this yard and True Life comes in there the first day. And I said to myself, there gotta be some living legends from the Lower East Side of
Oh,
there.
no, facts.
Wait,
There's too many.
there was like,
There's too
yo,
many.
he with us. He
Too
with
many.
us.
Too many, for sure, for sure. But not only that, just period, man. I just say, man, like God had me, Joe. Like, to be honest with you, like God just had me, man. Like when you put God first, man, like I'll be honest with you, in the beginning, like I was mad at God. I was cursing God out. I stopped even like, I was like cursing God out. Like I was just like, how I'm in this situation, like this shit don't even make no sense. Like I was literally just about to be in a movie with Johnny Depp. I was about to do this. I was about to do that. I was about to be on tour with Jeezy and Jay-Z. I was going to be on Jeezy's first single, me, Jeezy, and Jay-Z. Like not my single, Jeezy's single. You know what I mean? It was going to be me, Jeezy, and Jay. That's how that whole tour thing had came up with Jay, Trey Songz, and I think Jeezy at one point when they did a tour. But before then, you know, Jeezy was on me like, yo, you a star. We got to do this, X, Y, Z. And this when Jeezy was like at the height of his career, you know, selling millions, doing gangster music. You know what I'm saying? Telling me I'm the biggest star in the world and wanting to do this. And it was just crazy going from that to this. And like I said, man, God just had his hand on me, man. He had
And
his
I
hand
saw
on me.
that. I saw you grind to get to that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he snatched that from you. And you in here and you like, damn, I'm down with the richest dudes in the game. I'm like, but you gotta do this time. You gotta, so there had to be another chamber of emotion or mental, you know, it gotta be hard to be sitting in there.
No, it was a lot, man. It was a lot,
popping.
man. The hardest part, I'll be honest with you, through everything, was the not knowing and not knowing if I'm gonna be in prison for the rest of my life for something I didn't do. But really, it was more my kids, like, you know, because I had kids. My son was 6 years old. My son was 6, and my other son was one and some change, like 1.5. You know what I mean? And the first time my son called me daddy was on a visit. You know, first time I heard him even say words out his mouth was on a visit. So, you know, when my kids would call me on the phone, daddy, when you coming home, it's my birthday. I just made a game, 2 players. I just made your character. You know, I made your thing, and I can't wait for you to come home. It's my birthday on Thursday. Are you gonna be at my birthday party? Are you coming, daddy? And I'm like, wow, I gotta go back in this cell, and I may be in here for the rest of my life. Like, that type of pain was like another.
You know,
type
my
of
thing
pain.
is the worst part of visiting somebody you love in jail is when you leave. You would be there 8-hour visit, you could do whatever, but that moment you gotta leave, you
It's
feel
like getting
guilty
stabbed in the
walking
heart
out.
all over again, man. It's like getting stabbed in the heart. Well, that was when I was up top. When I used to get visits up top, those type of visits was the worst. Because when my kids started to really come see me, at first my kids were really young. So I was telling them I was in college. I was in college. You know, I was doing it's like an army type of thing. Like, daddy, but why there's cops over there? Why there's, oh no, it's like the army. You know what I mean? Like, you know, feeding them lies, like, you know, because they were too young to understand. And I was trying to protect them from, you know, having to explain to them of what really was going on. And that even lasts. That pain is something I'm still even going through to now. Like, you know, my kids go to counseling now, like of a lot of things. Like, it wasn't just as easy as people think. And you know, I don't know, people look at me like I'm Superman sometimes. Like I'm so strong and I went through all this, but they don't realize like this shit has been a lot of pain, man. A lot of pain that I went through, man. And not only me, the pain that it caused my family and other families, and even the family who passed away, the pain that they had to go through. So it's just been a domino effect of a lot of pain.
Yeah, and you know, and speaking of the kid that passed away, you know, your name will always be attached to that.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
You know, and but you know, there's a video. They know you ain't had nothing to do with it, but still, your name would be attached. And you know, one time they tried to falsely accuse me of something, right? And so they you know, they grabbed me up. They tried to show me pictures, but I don't know this guy. right? This laying in the, I really don't know this guy.
100.
Never had an argument, never owed me money, never, it's just, it's really a lie, right? But they had Fat Joe somewhere near some shit happened, and they was just trying to force it. But I really had no problem with this guy on everything, on God, right? And so I tell him, yo, I don't know this guy, man. I got my lawyer with me, Jeff Lipman. I'm like, yo, I don't know this guy. I don't know why you showing me this. And my next response was, I hope you're not telling this kid's family that Fat Joe has something to do with this kid's, you know, unfortunately, death. Like, I know y'all ain't.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they ain't a family walking around here thinking Fat Joe got something to do with this when I have nothing
that's
to
whack.
do with this.
Super whack.
It's whack, right?
Yeah, super whack, man. Super whack. It's crazy. You know, the internet is a crazy place, man. Like, the shit I don't be liking right now is I feel like there's a lot of rappers right now that are starting to use their platform in the wrong way. Like they're like quick to jump out there. Like they hear something, they just want clickbait. So they're looking for likes. They looking to get more hits. And they just willing to talk about things before they even know the facts on it. Like, I feel like it's happening to Tory Lanez right now with his situation where everyone's jumping out there and you got rappers who, you know, who probably was just asking him for a feature 2 seconds ago, you know, just quick to jump out there and jump out the window over accusations when he hasn't even been found guilty. We don't know. He hasn't even spoken his facts. He hasn't spoken his piece. We haven't even heard the man say a word yet. He can't say a word. He's about to be tried for his life pretty much, where somebody's trying to take his, you know what I mean, convict him of a crime and put him away. Like, and
you know, the social media shit real fake, and people don't know they be dealing with real issues.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, they think because you're a celebrity or a rapper, you got to take whatever shit they want to throw at you.
Yeah, I just don't like
the shit they be hitting me with is out of this world.
Yeah,
I'm looking at them like, yo, are these people real? Like, why have I done to these people for them to be talking to me like this on social media? Now, in person, everybody says, Bendy Sean, God bless you. Yeah, you know, no, I don't know where these people exist from. Like, I'm like, when I walk the streets, it's like, yo, God bless you, Bendy Sean. Yo, and I don't know where these people are at. But they choose because you're a public figure, they can say whatever the fuck they want about you.
But I don't like when it's one of us, though, that we supposed to know better. And I just see rappers, a lot of rappers, like, I guess they rap careers ain't going too well, and then they try to jump into the blogger space of, like, being a blogger now. Like, they don't know if they're a rapper or a blogger, and they start doing the sucker shit that the public, like, does to us or the newspapers do to us. They start joining their team and doing the same thing. They even posting crimes. Like, they'll be like, you know, no snitching and XYZ, but then they'll post a crime happening of somebody that ain't even caught yet, and you put it up on your page acting like you're a blogger. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird, like the
so that's why
that I'm seeing on the internet.
True, that's why in this show, we don't jam nobody up. We don't bring no negative shit up.
That's why I said to come to, because you're a certified OG and you certified official, and I know what it is. That's why I said to come on here. A lot of people, you know, holler at me, and I wouldn't have said to go on their show because I see a lot of shit from a lot of these people.
True, I learned this from a young brother too. I don't even know his name, but one day he was doing an interview and they told him he was promoting his album, and they told him, "Yo, you heard about the rapper such and such?" He was like, "No." He was like, "Well, what do you think about the rapper such and such? This and this." And he was like, "You know, I don't really know that brother." And they asked him about some other dude. He said, "Look, I came up here to talk about my album. Y'all keep asking me about this rapper and that rapper and that rapper. And all you really trying to do is get your ratings up and make me say some foul shit. Yeah. And then I'm going to wind up having rap beef or having beef with these guys that I don't even know. So if you're not going to ask me about me and my music, then we ain't got." And it took him to open my eyes and be like, yo, these guys that we call journalists or, you know, people that we think are our friends and smile at us, but then when we do the interview with them, they trying to jam us up the whole time and make us say some shit to make us look crazy for the clickbait and the likes.
Yeah, sucker shit, man. That's what I don't like. Culture vultures, man. You know, a bunch of culture vultures, man. It really ain't for the culture. You know, they just, you know, I see niggas flip every single, like Instagram, I feel like shows a lot, it brings out a lot of bad in some of these, you know, bozos, man. Where you just be saying shit. Sometimes you'll like a nigga and you see what he doing on Instagram, be like, oh, this nigga's a bozo. You know what I'm saying? Like, certified, because you know them in real life and you know what they doing. They doing it for the likes. You know, they doing it for the hits. You doing anything. You thirsty, man. Like,
and I just think if you're an older guy, say like me, a little bit younger than me, you gotta be really careful on your social media, because this wasn't made for us. This was made for these young. My daughter, 14. You know, this was made for some real young kids. Grew up in this shit, and sometimes you'll catch a certified OG in real life looking crazy on this social media.
Real talk, though.
And you know this is the real deal. You're like, I have your meal. Like, tell somebody take his phone.
Yeah, big facts, though. Big facts.
You know that shit happened to me like once or twice. I'm talking about 5-6 years ago. Somebody said something on me on Twitter, and I go back at them like, yo, I smack your cheek off. Then I'm noticing.
Yeah, I laugh when dudes threaten me online. I laugh when dudes threaten me online, say they going, yo, I never, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't go on no ops pages. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't threaten nobody online. I don't do none of that sucker shit, man. Like, I ain't with that, man. Like, it's, because when it's real, it's real. And with me, it's real. Like, right now, I've pretty much been on pause this whole time. And the reason why I've been on pause is because my parole situation, because of my lifestyle, my shit was so real with me. I've been on parole for 5 years. I get off on Monday. Monday's my last year where I finally been free for 13 years. 13 years I finally been free.
You know, Remy, man, they was fucking with her. Her parole wouldn't stop fucking with her.
With me, Joe, they banned me from going to Miami. To cross the bar, I live in Jersey. So to go to New York, it was like if I was going out the country. For me to go to New York was like going out the country. I would get police threatening me every second to lock me back up, throw me on an ankle monitor. Like, just, I was supervised every 2 weeks for 5 years. I just saw him. Look, I'm getting off, right? I get off of parole. Monday I get off. I just saw my parole this week again, and I just saw him 2 weeks before that. So even to the last second, they've been supervising me to the point that you want to know on the weekend of my parole. Like, I'm not off parole till Monday. Like, it's been that type of vibe. So I couldn't do
Listen,
anything.
I didn't do time like you, but I understand. When I came home, I had some parole or probation, whatever you call it shit. This woman would not stop fucking with me, bro.
Crazy.
And I remember I was overseas doing a show. I had like 6 days left. And out of nowhere, the woman turned into like the devil on me and started asking for all paperwork. I said, miss, I've been the greatest guy you have ever dealt with in your life. Like, why are you trying to turn up? I don't care. And then, you know, like with Remy, they was fucking with Remy. And the hardest part is, when I came home, not to compare us in no way, they put me in a halfway house.
Crazy.
And I'm sitting in there, and the halfway house means you got to get a job. You know I'm a boss. I got my own companies. Like, what the fuck I'm doing here?
Crazy. That's pretty much what they would say. They even did that type of shit to me too. Like, damn, they wanted me to go get a job, and I'm like paying taxes. I'm like showing them, look, they just gave me $400,000. I just paid taxes right now. I work my own company. Like, I'm paying. I literally came home, was giving out. I personally went to my hood. The first thing I did was go to my neighborhood. I brought Metal World Peace to my neighborhood, gave out like $20,000 worth of sneakers. We showed the kids how to play basketball, ran drills. After I did that, I went to Metal World Peace's hood in Queens. You can ask Metal World Peace with his father. I donated like over $15,000 worth of turkeys. It was Thanksgiving, gave away over $15,000 worth of turkeys, all type of stuff. Then I went to the YMCA, fed the homeless over there, Bromatari over there, had them donate $20,000 as well. Pulled out $20,000 out of my own pocket and donated over $20,000 to the YMCA in Newark, where I don't even live. And everywhere I went, this is the type of work that I was doing. I was doing God's work and coming and helping the people and touching the people and using my celebrity status and using the fact that I had big celebrity friends and calling boxers, calling NFL players from the Jets, from the, you know, like different walks of life, whether it was Future, this one, that one, whoever it was, and pulling strings to give back to the community and help the people. I went to shelters and talked to where it was just boys, you know, like kids, and spoke to the kids and told them my story, trying to, you know.
The point is, meanwhile, they want you to get a $5 an hour job.
Yes, and I can't cross the street, like they ain't letting me cross the street, like I'm supervised everywhere I go. Like they didn't want, they kind of won in a way, but they didn't win because they ain't break my spirit. It ain't what you go through in life, it's how you go through it. And I just refused. It beat me up. It had me a little almost broken, but I couldn't let them break me. I'm back bigger than ever right now, and I ain't gonna let them break me. So I'm just about to activate, man. Like Monday is the start of my new life. I'm gonna take a week off. I'm gonna jump on a plane. I'm gonna go out the country somewhere. I'm gonna live life. I'm gonna stare at the sun. I ain't gonna think about business. I'm gonna drink me a daiquiri and just chill, enjoy life, man, and live. Cause I ain't get to do that since I've been home yet. Of just living.
True.
And just,
What's the future? What's the future like for you? What's the plans you got for the future?
I got a lot of things going, man. God is good, Joe, right now, man. I got this Timeless cannabis company right now popping. We just launched the other day. It was our soft launch. It's $1,000 an ounce. It ain't for everybody. It's $1,000 an ounce. You know what I mean? And we sold out first day, couple hours. It was a movie. You know what I'm saying? It sold out everywhere. It got a buzz in the cannabis world right now. We just getting started. Me and my partners. Shout out to my partner Fresh and my partner Shifter. You know, and we about to do big things with that. I also got a big tech play that I got in the making, man. Shout out to my man Michael Russell. You know, I don't really want to get into too many details because it's super fresh, but we just getting started.
Don't get into too many details because there's a lot of suckers trying to bite ideas.
It's cool. It's cool. We're already raised right now. We don't even got the name of the company yet, but we got the technology. What we doing? We already raised $3.5 million, and we getting ready to take this shit to the moon. Me and my partner Russell, my man Busta Rhymes is actually involved with us too. So shout out to Busta Rhymes, man. But I'm just in the middle doing a lot, and I'm getting ready to, you know, do music because I love to do music, you know. And we just gonna have fun and do the things we like to do, man, and continue to do business, man, and put God first and keep winning.
That's what it is. Yo, True Life, who's in your top 5, dead or alive, of all time rappers?
The top 2 is super easy. The next 3 is hard, man. The top 2 is easy, man. My favorite 2 artists of all time is actually Tupac and Lauryn Hill, man. Lauryn Hill's actually one of my favorite rappers. Don't ask me why, man, but she's one of my
greatest female rapper of all time.
She's one of my favorites, guy, girl, everything. Like,
yeah.
I fuck with Lauryn Hill, man, like heavy. It's crazy because I work with so many great people. Like, I've had the luxury of working with, like, doing records, not just working with them. I had the luxury of working with Dr. Dre. I had the luxury of working with Jay-Z. I had the luxury of working with Nas. I had the luxury of working with Snoop Dogg. I had the luxury of working with so many great artists, you know what I'm saying? From Ronald Wisely to all type of people that people wouldn't imagine. And a lot of the music I never even got to put out. But, you know, the catalog is actually super crazy when it comes to, like, features and stuff like that. But the next 3 is actually hard, man. that's hard, man. But I know the first 2 is definitely that, man. Damn, man. I gotta put Pun in there for sure too, though. Gotta put Pun in there. I looked up to, you know, you Pun, you know, being Latin, coming up, seeing what y'all did. Y'all opened up the doors for somebody like me to come through. So, you know, y'all definitely there, man. Who else, man? Somebody I gotta really think, man. I don't know. I don't really look up the rappers too much, to be honest with you.
No, I'm just saying top 5.
I don't really look up the rappers
I would say one
too much.
for you, Jay-Z, perhaps.
I'm gonna be dead honest with you. Jay-Z, I signed with Jay, you know, like Jay was my guy. But when I first, Jay-Z's definitely up there to answer that question. But I was never really like, in the beginning as a fan, you asking me like as a fan, I was more of a Tupac fan than a Jay-Z fan. If that makes any sense as a fan, like he inspired me. But then when I got with Jay, I remember getting with Jay and I watched him perform one day. And I really just was like, had a whole different level of respect for what he did and what he brings to the culture. You know, when I saw him perform live and I was seeing him do what he do, and especially with no hype man or nothing, and watching him come out there and do all his hits. But you just asked me, and I'm just going back to like fan status, and fan status is, you know, before that's like I said, man, it was really like Tupac and Lauryn Hill, man. But Jay's definitely up there for sure too. Everybody knows he's one of the greats. I feel like that's a real generic answer to be like Jay-Z, Biggie, like, you know what I mean? It's like real generic answers. I'm trying to give you like real.
But I would answer that. I would say that too. I mean, you know, Biggie Smalls is Biggie Smalls. Shout out to my brother Bum B on the check-in.
Shout out to Bum B, man.
Texas.
I got a hella history in this game that a lot of people don't know, man. I got a lot of history with my brothers over there too on that side in the H, man. So shout out to Bum B. That's the homie too. Shout out to Bum B, man.
Yo, my brother, nothing but love, true life. Thank you for coming on here, man. God bless you.
Nah,
you know I love
ready,
you,
bro.
man. Enjoy your vacation.
Appreciate it, man. We definitely gonna tear this vacation up, man. We back, man. True York, man. I'm about to
All right, my
definitely
brother.
do some things. Yes, sir.
God
Yo,
bless
Joe, I
you, man. I'm
appreciate
here,
love,
True.
brother.
Love. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only True Life on the big show. And you don't know who I know. As simple as that. You don't know who I know. Next week could be bigger than this week. As simple as that. Man, I've been talking about the Chevron case, man. Y'all know that. I don't shy from no talk. Tell you I roll with God, the squad, and TS. Shout out to True Life, the Lower East Side. My camera not clear? Somebody said, Joe, your camera not clear. That's crazy, because I thought I was looking handsome.
The revolution is here. New Money Dynasty. Let's get it. New money. Ha. Yeah. Retribution is here, revolution they fear. Real rap is back, cause they polluting our ears. Yo, I can't take this shit no more. Why they faking it for? With those terrible flows, worse than before. Thought I left for good, show some respect, knock a wood, pick back up. Grab the baton, rep from my hood, sandbar. Took my city on my back real easy. 7 days a week, I'm on the grind, getting greasy, nigga. Ask about